The summer of Superman is upon us, guys. What is up, guys? Bruce Lee are back at you again with yet another banger of a toy review. This time we have the DC Multiverse, Superman Legacy Superman, David Cornsweat Superman, and New 52 Superman. Yes, finally. So, a little bit of background. I could not find this Superman in stores at my local Target, so I managed to get him on Mercari.com. Shout out to Mercari. Thank you for coming through. And I did find this guy today at Target. You know, ironic. I wanted this one, but I wound up finding this one. I figured, what the heck? It's the summer of Superman. Superman Legacy comes out next month. Yes, I'm filming in June. Summer of Superman, might as well do a double Superman review, right? Right. Seems like a good idea. And yeah, let's just go ahead. You know, we'll take a look at the packaging real quick. Yeah, basic box art. We've all seen this. We got David Cornsweat. I believe this was drawn by Jim Lee. Yeah, this is Action Comics #1. No. This is regular Superman #1. Or no. I think this is New 52 Justice League. Crap. I got to go back and do my research. But yeah. Yeah, we've all seen this before, so we're not going to waste any more time, guys. We're just going to go ahead and crack both of these open. Alright guys, you know how we do what we do over here. We're going to go ahead, check out the accessories first. He does come with a pair of flight hands. Very nice, very appropriate. He does come with the stand. No flight stand for this figure. That was intriguing to me. Usually for flying characters, they give them flight stands. I guess they're cutting back on that. I don't know if it's an economy thing. You know, I don't know because of the tariffs that's going on right now. But yeah, no flight stand, just a basic stand. But honestly, I don't miss the flight stand and I don't really need a flight stand. So if you're a flight stand person, if you need it, this figure is not going to have it for you. Sorry about that. And we got the baseball card. And right there, pause it right now. And one other thing I did want to mention is that he does come with a fist and a claw hand. I guess it's if he wants to grab something. So yeah, that's what he comes with in packaging as normal. And by the way, here's what he looks like with his regular flight hands. So yeah. And here we have the David Cornsweat Superman. Wow. This figure is a lot better than what I was expecting. The pictures and everything, you know, I liked this one, but I figured the deluxe version was going to be much better. But from what I can tell, the deluxe version is basically this figure just with a cloth cape, and also it comes with crypto. I would like to get that figure, but honestly, I think I'm just going to stick with this because the only reason why I would get that figure is only because of crypto, and I love crypto. Crypto is one of my favorite characters, so yeah, I kind of don't see a need to get the deluxe edition now. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and look up close at his face. It does look like David Cornsweat. It's a little off. I think it's because of the eyes. I don't know. It looks a little weird to me, but it does look like David Cornsweat, though. I can say that. From a distance, yeah, it looks like David. And from up close, yeah, still looks like him. And he's got the little curl right there. Not quite an S curl, but close enough. It gets the job done for what it is. Basic black hair. Now the cape, this is not a cloth cape, this is a regular plastic cape, so that may bother you, I don't know. I don't mind this, I like this, and he does have the yellow S shield on the back, and yeah. And we got the emblem right up here, kind of sloppy, it does have kind of a sloppy yellow on the outside, you know, so yeah. Same thing with the S shield on the back, you can see some yellow seeping out onto the cape, so little sloppy, but yeah, it gets the job done. The S shield though is still pretty clean though. There's no scuffs or anything like that on it. So I do like that. I appreciate that. And also you got some red kind of bleeding into the belts right over here. So yeah, that kind of bothers me, but it is what it is. Let me see if it goes on in the back. No, it's pretty consistent. And on the back right there, there's what he looks like. We got the trunks too. I do like that these look like wrestling trunks. They were initially going to have him without the trunks, but David Cornsweat said, no, you know, he's Superman. He should have trunks like a wrestler, you know. And as a wrestling fan myself, that makes a lot of sense. You know, we see wrestlers all the time with trunks, and we think, oh man, we look at those guys like they're superheroes. And yeah, I could see that. It's perfect and it's appropriate for Superman. And this is a character that wears trunks even now in the comics. So yeah, very happy that they decided to bring back the red trunks. We got the boots right over here. Very nice, man. Gosh, this is like an updated, like Christopher Reeve style kind of suit. And dang, this is cool, dude. And we got the lines and everything on the shoulder right here. Got the lines. They remind me of Man of Steel. You know how Superman and Man of Steel, he had the lines and everything going through his suit. So yeah, that is still really, really cool, guys. Very nice. We're going to touch on his articulation right now. The head does not go up due to this back piece right here. It doesn't go down either way, so that does kind of suck. He is a flying character. He has decent neck pivot. He does go left and right over here. The torso does kind of help, but it's not a great flying pose, but, you know, it is what it is. I wish it went back a little bit more. I don't know. Let me see. Is that... Okay, that's a little bit better, but I still wish it kind of went back a bit more. He's a flying character, so yeah. And it doesn't have an ab crunch or anything like that. He does have, you know, torso swivel as well as waist swivel right up here. He does have a bicep joint, nice butterfly joint right over here. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows right over here. And, of course, we've seen these. These are typical ball joints, McFarlane ball joints. So they have the shake of the dice. You know, they go up and down. Yeah, you know the drill with that. No upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees right over here. No boot cut, sadly. He does, his feet go up, they go down, does have ankle pivot. And as you saw, yeah, boom, toe articulation. Now, as for the New 52 Superman, he is a basic figure. He does not come with any accessories whatsoever. He just comes with a standard baseball card right over there. And he does come with just a stand, no flight stand, anything like that, nothing fancy. Yeah, he is pretty much just a basic figure. That may bother some people, especially because I believe he's priced at $24.99 US. I might be $27.99 Canadian. But down here in the US, I live in Texas, so down here I believe he's $24.99. I paid a little bit more than that because I got him from the secondhand market on Mercari.com. But yeah, that's either going to bother you. That's either going to make you pass up on this figure. Unless you're a diehard Superman fan and you want to get all of them. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just very happy to have a New 52 Superman because New 52 has a really big soft spot in my heart for me. I was in high school when the New 52 was being published, when it was coming out. You know, I loved the new outfit. Ironically enough, as a kid, I hated the red trunks. Superman was always kind of cheesy and goofy to me. Kind of like how people say that he's unrelatable now. He was definitely unrelatable to me back then. I've always been a Batman guy. I'm still a Batman guy. Batman will always be my favorite superhero. Superman, it took a long, long time for him to rise to the top, but now that I'm in my 20s, you know, Superman's definitely my favorite, my second favorite, I should say. Batman will always be my first, but Superman is my second favorite. But I will say the New 52 really grounded this character in a way that I liked and in a way that was relatable to me personally. And not only that, but without the red trunks and the way how, I guess, like kind of uniformed the suit looked. It still looked alien, but it still was it's still modern. I don't know how to describe it, but it was just very appealing to me in high school. And even then, I started reading Superman comics from then on. I read, you know, Action Comics #1 when it came out, and seeing Superman's origin, how his parents got killed in a car crash, and when he was at prom, him being an 18-year-old kid, kind of scared, him realizing he can't save everybody, and just being out on his own in the world, and being messed with by the likes of, you know, LexCorp and Mr. Mixie-Pitalik and all these other villains. It's just, gosh. The New 52 really grounded this character for me in a way that I really loved. Say what you want about the New 52. Yes, canonically, it was a mess. a lot of rich DC lore that they just completely either wrote out or just retconned or didn't even flat out acknowledge. A lot of the DC lore that everybody had been reading since the 80s, post Crisis on Infinite Earths, and everybody's like, why? We've grown up with these characters and you just took them all away from me. Why, dude? Why? New 52 was my post Crisis on Infinite Earths. You know, it was what I got into. I guess you could say I was a casual reader. I was in high school. I couldn't go to a comic book store and buy comics every week. I was working part-time at a freaking grocery store. Come on, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I had to save up for at that time. But yeah, you know, this is a nice jumping on point for me. I know I introduced this to my best friend Sean, and he really got into DC after that. And I've been a DC fan for a long, long time. But yeah, that's kind of my story. I've got more. I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling right now, but it's just I'm so excited to have this figure. This figure really brings back a lot of great memories for me. And yeah, we're just going to get right into it. So right up here, nice head sculpt. Yeah, Superman in the New 52, he always had this swooshy kind of hair, like gelled kind of hair like that. Very nice. I guess you could say it's like a millennium kind of curl. I don't know. But yeah, then we got the Superman, New 52 Superman S right over here. It's skinny. It's bold, but it's skinnier, but it's like kind of clumped. It's very alien in that regard. It's a lot more alien than I guess what people would expect, even though it's a straight up S, but yeah, whatever. And we of course have the belt right here. This is what really sold me way back when on Superman, the cuffs and everything right here. Yeah, they are painted on. I do kind of wish they were sculpted. I remember DC Universe Classics. I had a New 52 Superman and his like gauntlet right over here was sculpted. So I remember that being really cool. But yeah, I do kind of wish it had like a little sculpt or something right here. But it's painted. It doesn't look bad. It's actually pretty cool right over here. The boots, man, these are so cool. They definitely got these right. You know, yeah, because he doesn't have the chevron right over here. He definitely has it like up. I remember that being really cool. And yeah, back is a basic back right here. We got the S on the back, and we have a nice cloth cape right over here. It's not bendy wire. That is a nitpick that I do have. I wish this cape was bendy wire. I mean, for heaven's sakes, even though you didn't give us any accessories, the least you could have done was at least given us bendy wire, right? I don't think that's too much to ask for. I do wish it was bendy wire. That's my only complaint with this figure is, well, two of them actually. Lack of accessories, no flight hands, and also I wish the cape was bendy wire. That would have been nice. Let's get into his articulation real quick. Head goes up, much better than the David Cornsweet one. The back piece right here isn't as like bulky, so it does allow him to go up a little bit more. Goes down, definitely has a decent, pretty good neck pivot, not bad. All right, head goes left and right, butterfly joint right over here. Of course, it goes around, you know, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, shake of the dice. You guys know how that goes up and down, And of course, you know, torso crunches back. Definitely helps much better than the David Cornsweet Superman figure. Even though I still really like that figure, I'm growing more and more, you know, accustomed to that figure. But at the same time, come on, dude, it's Superman. He's supposed to look up a lot more. He's supposed to, you know, fly up, and you know, it just looks better in my opinion. And doesn't really crunch or anything like that. He does have a torso swivel as well as a waist swivel. Definitely, he's got that. Little bit of an upper thigh swivel, you know, just standard, I guess you could say. Double jointed knees, nothing in the boot, feet go up, down, and boom, to articulation. Oh, and ankle pivot. Can't forget about that. All right, guys, let's go ahead. We're going to stop rambling. Let's just get into some comparisons, man. All right, guys, first things first, I wanted to get both of them compared to a couple of different Supermans right over here. So we have the Jose Garcia Lopez Superman from the 80s, and then we have New 52 Superman right here, kind of a past and present, you know, well, that's still technically past, but, you know, just kind of where Superman was. Again, As a kid, I hated those trunks. I hated this whole outfit. To me, this looked corny. I really hated this. I love it now. I can't get enough of this now. But as a kid, I hated this. I thought it was corny. I was kind of a, in that edgy teenager, like, oh, everything's got to be sleek. It's got to be modern. If it doesn't look like this, it's not cool. If my Superman is drawn like this and not like this, I'm not going to read it. I hate that, Again, teenager problems. I don't know, man, but yeah, kind of where we were from the 80s and where we became. And of course, we got the David Cornsweat Superman right next to the Kingdom Come Superman. Yeah, so you can see the S logos right here, very similar. This is definitely the inspiration for that. So very, very cool right over here. Not too bad compared to the Jose Garcia Lopez Superman, the David Cornsweat Superman. Very nice. Very, very nice. And even though I don't have the movie versions of these guys, not yet, they're not released yet, but what the heck, I have comic book versions of these guys. So we have the recently released Hawkgirl right over here. We have the Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific. All three of these, I believe, are all collector's editions with all the different faces and accessories and stuff like that. Yeah, and they look absolutely great with Superman. The only one that we don't have is, of course, Metamorpho. I'm still waiting on a comic book version of Metamorpho. Todd did give us a Superpowers version of Metamorpho. We still don't have a comic book version of Metamorpho. That, I figured we would have gotten that a while ago. I don't know if it's because Todd lost the license and I guess he's holding out. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to get him compared to these guys, and he looks very good compared to everybody that's right here in the lineup. And I figured since we have New 52 Superman, I figured we can finally compare him to a couple of New 52 renditions of these characters. Yeah, so we have New 52 Lex Luthor from the Forever Evil storyline, and we have the New 52 Cyborg Superman. Yes, Supergirl's dad. But yeah, finally we have a proper Superman to go along with these New 52 figures right over here. So not bad. Very cool, man. Very cool. So yeah, guys, both of these are very solid figures right over here. Both of these are very good interpretations of Superman right over here. I was considering getting just the collectible version of this Superman, but honestly, I'm cool just keeping this one. The only other collectible version that I really want is just the Lex Luthor, and that's simply because we don't have a suited Lex Luthor. We have a power armored Lex Luthor, we have good guy Lex Luthor. We don't have a regular suited Lex Luthor, man. Isn't that crazy? And yeah, and we also have the New 52 Superman, which I never thought that I would get. I never thought we would get a New 52 Superman, much less any more New 52 characters. We've gotten a lot of New 52 villains, but we've never actually gotten the actual heroes. They sprinkled in a lot of New 52 stuff here and there, but it's like, hey man, where are the heroes, And it sucks that the line is coming to an end next year because I would have loved to have gotten a New 52 Batman drawn by Scott Snyder. The best thing, by the way, about the whole New 52 was New 52 Batman. Come on, let's be honest. Scott Snyder was on one when he freaking made those stories like Court of Owls and Death of the Family and all those other, great stories. But yeah, I do wish we got more New 52 characters. New 52 Wonder Woman, everybody. I just wish we had more New 52, but it is what it is, I'm glad we at least got Superman. So yeah, pick them up, guys. This one is a Target exclusive, like I said, so either he's sold out right now, he's really hard to find, who knows? You might get lucky. Or there's the aftermarket, which you're going to have to pay ridiculous prices to get, but it is what it is. This Superman right now, I saw a whole bunch of them at my local Target, so you might get lucky, you might not. I don't know when the collectible versions are dropping. They might be hitting retail stores right now, so good luck, guys. Good luck trying to find both of these figures. If you're curious, if you're a Superman fan, if you're trying to gear up for the movie like I am, yeah, good luck, guys. That's all I'm going to tell you. And that just about does it for my review, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. This is Bruce Lear for Life signing off. And remember, grow older, grow wiser, get right, grow closer to God, never be afraid to be who you are, and never stop being a geek. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. This is Bruce Lee for life, signing off.